Hi, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. Have you been through a situation in your architectural journey where you have done the designing of the entire project and later you realize that some of the aspects of it is not feasible, and then you end up going back to the drawing board, basically starting it from the scratch? So don't worry. Today I am going to help you decode the system of feasibility of any project, and I am going to share with you 5 simple concepts which will help you do a thorough feasibility of any project before you even start designing. Now let's, without any delay, jump into these 5 important concepts of feasibility of any project. Concept number 1. Understanding the client's goals and requirements. So before you even start designing, make sure you have a meeting with the client, get the design brief from them, and have your own open-ended questions. Let the client finish explaining their design brief, and then you can ask them your question so that it will make you fail-proof, so that both you and your client are in the same direction and you don't end up with surprises at a later date. Now moving on to concept number 2. So the concept number 2 is basically the site analysis. Understand the topography of the site. Get the site survey done before you even start designing. Understand the topography of the site, the slope along which the project is going, whether the road level is higher and the site level is lower, or the site level is higher and the road level is lower, because this is going to give you an exact roadmap on how you can utilize that particular site. For example, if there is the slope along the site, if you have a level difference of around 3 meters, you can use it for a basement parking, so that the car parking everything gets tucked in the basement, and you can open up the entire ground space for landscape area. So the second concept in the completion of any project is site analysis. Now coming back to concept number 3. The third concept is basically the technical feasibility. Get the SPC of the soil tested for any particular project, because this is going to give the structural consultants an understanding about the soil condition, and depending on your design, whether it is G+3, G+5, G+10, G+15, whatever is the number of the floors, depending on the architectural design and the soil bearing capacity of the particular soil, it will give them an analysis how much load that soil can take and what are the different methods of structure they can adopt to make that project more feasible and make that structure more stable. Like it can be pile foundation, the regular foundation, raft foundation, anything for that matter. The fourth important concept in the feasibility of any project is the legal compliance. So once your concept design is done, the basics of it, the basic feasibility of it, like you know the number of floors, you know the floor area per floor, you know the height restrictions. Once that is done, go reach out to your local authorities, set up a meeting with them, and sit with them and understand if all the legal compliances are taken care of, like the NBC norms, the bylaws, the zoning regulations, if there are any height restrictions in that particular area, the setbacks that you need to leave, the fire norms, everything. So this way you will make sure that your project is fail-proof and it is ready to take off without much surprises at a later date. Now the fifth concept when it comes to the feasibility aspect is the financial feasibility, and this is the most critical aspect of it. So once your basic concept is done, make a ballpark figure where you try to understand the total budget of the project and make sure the client is part of this discussion. So in this, take care of all the expenses of a project, like the consultant's fees, the authorities' fees, and once you have done your concept, you know the area, what is the built-up area that you're going to build. Depending on that, depending on the negotiation with the contractor, you will know the approximate market trend, approximate total cost of the particular project, depending on the square feet area, and have this once you have your ballpark figure ready with you, have this discussion with the client. Make sure you give them all these tactics, all these important numbers to them for them to understand, so that both of you are in the same direction. Because tomorrow it should not be like some of the floors get knocked out, or some of your architectural elements which you have worked out in the elevation gets knocked off because of cost cutting, the budget is overshooting and all those stuff. So if you don't want to be in that situation where you want your building to be built as per your design, make sure all these 5 important elements which I mentioned here is taken care of. Now to summarize, let's see the 5 important aspects again. Concept number 1, understanding the client's goals. Concept number 2, site feasibility. Concept number 3, technical feasibility. Concept number 4, legal compliance. And concept number 5, financial feasibility. I'm sure 100% if you take care of all these 5 points in your design stage and you have a detailed discussions with all the stakeholders, it can be consultants, the clients, the contractors, anybody for that matter, you will end up in building up a successful project. Follow me, subscribe me for my channel where I'll be sharing with you more relevant tips on architectural, and I will also be empowering architects with practical skills and life skills which will help them succeed in their career. DM me in the comment section below if you want to be part of my upcoming community of architects. You can also DM me if you want to have one-to-one clarity call with me before joining my community of architects, or you can also DM me if you want to attend my upcoming webinar where you will be able to understand what this community is all about and what all you will get in this paid community. I'll be looking forward for your comments, and also help me if you have gone through any of these situations, if you have had any challenges in these areas, help me understand that so that I can tailor my content and I can come up with a better videos which is going to help me in the future videos. Thank you. This is Rashmi K, founder of Architect Skill Zone, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you.